Good morning, boys and girls, and happy Wednesday, day 33 of distant learning. Remember, the science portion will be more towards the end of this video, okay? For reading today, you will complete 30 minutes reading a story of your choice, and then we will be reviewing yesterday's 5 questions and annotating a new story, and then we will also be kind of planning for our essay on Friday. I'll give you some more details on that. But let's get started by reviewing and going over our answers to our 5 questions yesterday. So if you could, go ahead and pull out your answers. Remember, you just had to number your paper 1 through 5 and then just write the letters. Give you a couple seconds to do that. Alrighty, so number 1 said, what is a rainforest? If you selected answer B, a rainy place with tall trees, you are correct. Again, that evidence is right there in that story, okay? Number 2 says, what does this article list? Well, if you look through that story, you can see that the article lists C, different animals that live in the rainforest. Number 3, read these sentences from the text. Rainforests are rainy and often warm places. They are home to more than half of all the different kinds of plants and animals in the world. What conclusion can you draw from this evidence? And the answer to that would be letter A. Many different animals and plants are able to live in warm and rainy habitats. Number 4. Anteaters, gorillas, and jaguars live on the rainforest floor. Birds, butterflies, and bats live in the tops of the tallest trees. Based on this evidence, what is one characteristic of an animal that might affect where it lives in the rainforest? If you chose letter C, you are correct. Size. Size affects where an animal might live in the rainforest. And lastly, number 5. What is the main idea of this article? The main idea of this article is letter B. Many different kinds of animals and plants live in rainforests. I will be sure to post those answers with this video so that you may check them. And then today, you will be annotating another story on your own. This story is titled What Lives in a Pond, and I believe it's on page 11. Now remember that when you're annotating, you must follow the steps on the What is Annotating chart that I included with this video, okay? Again, annotating is when readers take notes or highlight important details while they are reading, and by doing this, it helps them better understand a text and what the author is saying. So remember to number your paragraphs, circle words or phrases that you do not know, write important thoughts on the side, what you learned from each paragraph, okay? Draw a star next to important information, so those facts, and then draw a heart next to fun facts and sentences that you agree with, and maybe a sad face next to those sentences that you do not agree with, okay? So once you are done annotating this text, what I want for you to do is I want for you to think about the 3 habitats that you've read about, okay? By this point, you will have read about the desert, the rainforest, and ponds, okay? And I want you to decide which habitat you think is the best habitat to live in, okay? Then I want for you to write down 3 different reasons why that habitat is the best to live in, okay? So you're going to choose one habitat, give me 3 reasons why it's the best to live in. Now, each reason will represent 1 paragraph in your essay. So you should choose reasons, you must choose reasons that you're able to use evidence from the text to support, okay? So don't tell me your favorite habitat is the desert because you love to climb trees. There's no support in the article on deserts about how there are many trees to climb, okay? So make sure that your 3 reasons, you choose your 3 reasons with supporting details in the text so that you can use those to help you write your essay on Friday, okay? I'm going to attach another paper to this link that says, my favorite habitat is, and then because, and then it says 1, 2, 3, and you just write your 3 reasons why it would be your favorite to live in, or why it's the best to live in. Okay. And that is that for reading. So, moving on to science. Day 3. If you can, go ahead and turn to the Wednesday page in your science portion of your packet. Give you a second to get there. It looks like there is a person blowing into a straw. I don't know what she's blowing, but she's definitely, excuse me, maybe a piece of paper. All right, hopefully you're there. If not, pause and get there, okay? Look at the picture of the girl using the straw rocket. Ooh, what do you notice? How is air being used? Go ahead and pause the video and go and answer those questions. And then moving on to the next part, it says straw rockets. Today we are going to explore applying a pushing force using moving air. We challenge you to design and build a straw rocket that can launch the farthest possible distance using only the supplies specified and the force provided by your breath, launching it from the straw. There's a list of materials there. You may use whatever you have available to you as long as you are given permission to use it, okay? If you don't have straws, you could roll up a piece of paper. Okay, so if you don't have a straw, it's all good. You could just roll a piece of paper. And some of the materials listed are straws, obviously, or paper, aluminum foil, paper, glue, tape, and it says that there's a template on the resource page, which is page 7 of the packet, that gives you a method for making straw rockets. You can always look back to page 7 to get an idea on how to do that. Now, thinking about your straw rocket design, you should ask yourself, what things could you adjust on a straw rocket that might make a difference in its flight? Brainstorm all the things that might be varied or changed, okay? Next thing is to plan. How are you going to build your rocket? What materials are you going to use? Will your rocket have a nose cone? How will you create it? Will your rocket have fins? How long or short will the body be? There is a template again on the resource page that will give you some methods for making them, okay? And the last thing says, the second to last is build and test. Put together the straw rocket template following the directions. Test the rocket to see how far it travels. Keep data in the data table below. Okay. Redesign. How well did your rocket work? What changes could you make to improve your rocket so that it will fly further? And then I see they've got the the chart for you to fill out, the data table. One section, it tells you the trial, the distance. So you have 3 trials, okay? 3 trials. One is for your template, and the one on the bottom is for your redesign, okay? And then your exit slip for today says, describe how you used air to move your rocket. Did the amount of air used affect the flight of your rocket? And that is that for science today. I am looking forward to seeing you all in today's Zoom meeting. I will be sending that out shortly. And yeah, have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Could you stop barking? We're trying to learn over here. We're trying to learn. Don't do that. Bye, guys.